Just got back from the movie The Blind with my daughter and her boyfriend, and we got to talk about it. We have got to talk about this movie. I heard about the Blind movie just a few days ago on social media, and what I was also hearing was that it was only going to be in theaters for a limited time, and that there'd been a real pushback to not get this movie out there, certainly not being promoted because it is faith-based. I've never watched Duck Dynasty, but I love, give me a good story of redemption, and I am all over it. I love that. So I told my daughter and her boyfriend, I said, we have to go see this. We have to go to support. Got our tickets for this afternoon for Sunday, and I kept checking the Cinemark app. I wanted to see how many tickets were sold. So I had looked last night, and I think they had 3 showings yesterday and 3 showings today. And literally at that theater, there were no tickets sold. I think on our day, there were like 4 other tickets, or on our session was like 4 other tickets, and the 3 of us, and that was it. We get to the movie theater, and I kid you not, it was completely empty. And one more thing that really annoyed me is we got there maybe 5 minutes late, so it was like 5 after 12. Normally, my daughter's like, don't worry, Mom, there's like, 30 minutes of reviews, of movie reviews, and there was none. So we'd missed the first couple of minutes, which I was so mad about. We settled in, and I'm telling you, it was such a good film. Like, incredible. So good, so freaking good. Know anything about Christian films, oftentimes, unfortunately, they can be a low budget, kind of on the cheesy side, maybe acting not so great. In my opinion, not the case with The Blind at all. I loved the music. I loved the cinematography. I loved the acting. Only one tiny little complaint that I would say out of the whole film, and that is a couple of times there was, it was hard to hear the accent that the character that was playing Phil, I couldn't quite understand a couple of words because he had like a very thick accent. But other than that, it felt so real. Perhaps it's because I'm from the South. I'm originally from Kentucky, lived in Mississippi, so I can relate. My mom's family, they were coal miners, so I had this real connection from the beginning to the family, to the childhood, to the backstory. The mom having her issues, the father being off working, I think maybe with an oil rig. I'm not sure 100%, but whatever he was working at. Kay and Phil, that's Kay and that's Phil for those of you who were like me and didn't know about Duck Dynasty. They're the parents of the boys of Duck Dynasty. By the way, I will now be watching the entire series. My daughter and I have decided that we are going to watch the entire Duck Dynasty series because we were so moved by this film. Their love story was so beautiful, so authentic, and the fact that this is real life. This is real life, that it's not easy. Life isn't easy. Marriage isn't easy. And if we are not careful, alcohol, drugs, addiction, all those things can come into play and can just destroy all of that. But there's God. There's redemption. There's redemption, boys and girls. You are never tethered to your past, to your pain, to your addiction. You do have a choice. You can be washed new again through Jesus Christ. Kay is an amazing woman because the things that she endured, and she stayed in faith. Even when she had said at one point in the film that she had kind of lost faith, but she held on to that kernel. She knew who Phil really was at his core, and she held that. She held that in her heart. And when Phil hit his bottom, and he had nowhere to turn because he had lost everything, he says this, and this is, it's just everything. At one point, Phil says, I had to give up everything, and I got back everything. So what did he do? How did he gain his family back? How did he gain his soul back? The old Phil died. The old Phil died the day he was reborn. How was he reborn? He gave his life to Jesus Christ. Baptized in a dirty river, born again. Born again. You see, God is all forgiving. And God is ready when we hit our rock bottom, no matter what that rock bottom may or may not be, big or small, he's ready. It is never too late. It is never too late to begin again. If you're someone saying, Vanessa, I've done too much in my life to ever be forgiven, my sins, my pain, my addiction, my fill in the blank is just too much, I'm going to tell you that is not true. There is nothing that you can do in God's eyes that is not forgivable. There may be consequence, but there is nothing that God will ever stop loving you because of a circumstance in your life. I never thought I would be on social media preaching like a preacher woman, but I tell you, the older I get and the more I see the breakdown of society, the more I want to shout it to the rooftops. The more I lean on God, understand more and more about the Bible, something I really never knew that much about, even though I grew up in the church. I wasn't really paying attention, but I'm telling you, there's truth in what I'm saying. There is truth in following, giving your life to God. And it doesn't mean you have to be some holy roller or, be this, the church lady. No, not at all. Sometimes I believe that people think, oh, if you're one of those people like that believe in God or that talk about God, that you're like not cool, that you're one of those people. Guess what? That's not true. It is so freaking cool to love God, to proudly speak about God and your faith in Jesus. And you know what else? What I know to be true, having gone, believing and not believing and sinning and not sinning and back and forth over and over, and that is, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, I'm getting so excited I kind of forgot what my train of thought. The point is, being confident to talk about God, to not worry about what other people think, that is cool. That is what the cool kids do. Stop being afraid. If you have faith, be proud and share it. If you don't have faith, but you're searching and things aren't working great for you in your life, may I suggest that you meet Jesus. Probably sound like a crazy woman, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care. What I do care about is giving more people hope, inspiration, and a new freaking way, because this world that we're living in right now is upside down, cuckoo crazy. And we need a compass, a strong foundational compass pointing us in a better direction than we are going right now. The current compass is broken. What have you got to lose? Or better yet, I'd say, what have you got to gain? A lot. Inner peace. A foundation for your life and your family. A direction, a clear-cut direction on how to live your life with good intention, with moral character, with love and compassion. What is wrong about that? There is nothing that I can see but upside. With that, please go see and support the movie The Blind. We need more films that are honest, but that also give us an alternative to just self-medicating through life. There's a better way. So whether you are a Christian or a non-believer, this film is for you.